Hello, my friends. How are we doing today? Hello, 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 hello. Hi, 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 hi. What's going on? Happy Friday. We're in here. We're chilling. We're vibing. We're hanging. Jewel just casually dropping in the 60 months at tier 3. My dude, thank you for the 5 years? Five years. Five. Yeah, that's 5. Enjoy the new tree, dude. Thank you so very much. How we doing, y'all? What's going on? What's up, nerd? Okay, hi May, how we doing? Mandolin, what's up? Jinxie, hello, hello. DVDM, hi, 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 hi. That new music that was thrown in here is new official Minecraft soundtrack music. They did another remix series. We got the AC running today. It's a little toasty in here, so bear with me as we might have a little extra background noise. I don't know why, but you scared the living out of me. Oh, sorry. Hello. Hi, 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 hi. Dot, what's up? Gray Raven, how we doing? Cooper, how we doing? Marcia, Revan, hello, hello. Freebie, what's up? Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? Non-binary Dino, how you doing? Happy Friday. Crimson, hi, 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 hellos. So we're just gonna chill today. We're gonna do a little bit of creative building. We're gonna see what's going on. Rofo, how we doing? Welcome on in, dude. Good to have ya. Your first stream? Good. Welcome on in. Hi, 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 hi. Fresh cut. Like a week ago? Something like that? I don't know. Hello there. Totally legit, sir. Great video yesterday. Much love. Yeah, people are, the response on the yesterday's video has been very, very positive. A lot of people have been really, really enjoying it. It's,
Pleased to meet you.
I know I clickbaited the heck out of it.
Good morning.
Like that was on purpose. I knew I was doing that. Veronica, thank you for the 13 months. I really appreciate you. How are we doing today? But it just hit 101,000 views in just a little over 24 hours. And I haven't had a video go to 100,000 views in 24 hours for quite a while. So very excited for that. And so we'll see. But yeah, it's been an interesting conversation reading a lot of the chat and a lot of the comments on it. It's been really, really interesting seeing what people are saying. Jordan, thank you so much for the donos, my dude. I appreciate it. How you doing? Welcome on in. Hi, hi, hi's. Hellos, hellos, hellos. Have you jumped on the K-pop Demon Hunter bandwagon yet? Yeah, Lady Katza watched it like 3 weeks ago. It was so good. Oh, it was amazing. Really, really good. The rain is supposed to come to us next week. I'm so excited. It's supposed to rain here back half of next week too. It's today is the last 80 plus Fahrenheit day in the foreseeable future. Sid last night, Sid was like, I think summer's over. I think it's official. I think this is the last 80-degree Fahrenheit day we're gonna have. So it's we're in monsoon season, Arizona. Nice, nice, nice. Been raining here the last couple of days, yeah. Happy Friday. I'm glad you have now also messed up the server with World Edit.
Minecraft community history.
I'm so sorry.
Heart suit emoji.
Yeah, Liz, I know. You and me are two peas in a pod on that one. Oh man, yeah. Who was it that Mr. Mod, Jan, Crimson, and Super Taco just deleted half of their interiors by accident yesterday when I was trying to just paste in some stuff. Taco, I'm so sorry, dude. That storage room looked good. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. Hey, J-Bus, how we doing? I think J-Bus wants me to ask you to join the bakery build team event. Help me. Oh yeah. What is, when is, how, who, what, where, when, how, why. Build team event, bakery. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I'd be interested, but I've always wanted to jump on the bakery and do something. But I'm a very busy fWhipper for the next month, so I will say maybe. But somebody get me more information on it. What am I looking at? Sorry, I'm checking some Discord things. Okay. 19th to 21st. Why do I feel like I'm gone? No, that's the one weekend in September that I'm actually here. Oh, but I do have something on the 19th, actually. Just kidding. I'd be out on the 20th and 21st, maybe, but we'll see. Shall be watching from the middle of the sea. What do you do, Rofo?
Keep it real.
Friday
Not
evening is
just like
saved.
out of curiosity. Why are you in the middle of the
emoji.
sea? Friday evening is saved. Zadi, welcome on in. Thanks for being here. ZX, thanks for the dono as well. Appreciate you both. I'll get the info to find me on Discord and DM. Oh, thank you, Liz. Appreciate it. 4 netherite beacons. Why did you make 4 netherite beacons? Why would you go through that? In survival? No. 1 is still too much time. Never making 4. You had me do a double take in your last YouTube video title? Yeah. Working on an oil rig for 3 weeks at a time? Oh, cool. Cool. I feel like that's a really unique job. This is not an oil rig, but we're in the Nether.
If not steampunk, yes to cyberpunk. Conclusion?
I feel like steampunk in Minecraft is very much, they just say, I'm going to add gears to the outside of the building, but I'm still just going to make a medieval or like a industrial era structure. And so I'm not a big fan of how a lot of people do steampunk in Minecraft. I would love to revisit it one day. I feel like Ash's Den did a really cool one with like a walking mech a while ago. But totally no pressure. We're putting a good little team together, forcing Germ to join. Yeah, J-Bus, send it to Liz and then send it to Lizosaurus, and I'll if I'm around, I'm down to come hang out. I probably can't be there the entire weekend, but I'd be down to jump in and just help make a little bit of a something somewhere. Okay, so we left off here last time that we were doing things. Click the like button if you haven't already, my friends. It helps me out a ton. We're going to be going to full bright, so it's a little bit easier for y'all to see. Not full bright, but 250% brightness. So it's a little bit above what we can get. But these are the vibes that we're going with. I'm rewatching Building with Whip. It's a little cringy, but I've enjoyed the slower pace. Yeah, I'm trying to actively bring a little bit of a slower pace to newer videos. You'll see in the next hardcore video that things are going to slow down a little bit. I think I want to, for myself and also for I think where YouTube is going in that direction, I think I want to slow things down a touch. Just kind of a little bit more chill. But anyways, I was scrolling on Pinterest, and Pinterest, sometimes I feel like Pinterest hits. Other times I feel like you're just getting slop. And Pinterest has been hitting pretty well on all of the build ideas recently. I saw this guy in here a little bit ago, where like the top of the structure is just all these little tiny buildings and things. And then where was I? And then I saw this one here too for these like industrial rooftop fans. Thought that was pretty cool. Those are pretty big size. And we've got all the other ones in here that we're looking at. I also found this guy a little bit ago that I kind of want to mess around with some things like this, like advertisements that are like coming off of the board. Like I love this bowl here. I think this bowl is absolutely awesome. That one in particular, I think is really cool. I don't really want to I want to stick to the Minecraft enchanting language. I've realized I want to stay in there. I know a lot of Cyberpunk goes for more Japanese, I believe, or just different Asian languages and Asian language characters. Not sure exactly which one it is, but I want to stay into the Minecraft enchanting language if we're doing any lettering. But I saw both of these and I was like, these are pretty sick. So today we're just gonna kind of, oh geez, sorry, flashbang. Yeah, so I want to try and spend a little bit of time trying to figure out a few of these things in here and see what we can do. A few more little like smaller details and stuff than even like this one, where they have the piping coming down in here. I thought that was a fun detail to kind of send some piping from multiple levels around. So I want to start adding a few more details. We're not going to quite get into texturing everything today. We might, I don't know, it depends how far we get, but I'd like to start trying to get a few of those like rooftop things sorted, because that's like the biggest scare I feel like
Pleased to meet you.
I have currently.
Please update your Chrome.
I don't want to. My Chrome's up to date. It's the stupid whatchamacallit plugin or whatever I use that's causing
Keep
issues.
it real.
Is a building wall going around the perimeter?
So the goal of this is going to be kind of a bunch of building facade wall thingies going around everywhere. And that's going to turn into we're going to recreate the Nether hub up here and try and bring the Nether portals that I'm actively using in certain spaces down underneath. And basically, like where that one is right there, we would try and bring that down to that point and create buildings around it and create that inside of a building. So I'm trying to, even like the ones way out there, that one's going to be kind of sitting like right on the right there. We did the math to bring that down. We do have another portal that's going to come down here that we're going to have to figure out how that will kind of structure. What is this? This is the desert. So we could honestly move that into New Papyrus itself and just get rid of that portal or leave that one on the roof, because that's like entering into the desert and I'm still using like 4 rockets to get in there. Was the cheating video your only video this week? Yeah. That was this week's video. So eventually I think it'd be cool to have like a whole city going around the perimeter, but yeah. Are you planning to redo the Coliseum as well? The top I'm kind of abandoning for now. We'll expand on it eventually, but I'm not focusing on that directly. I kind of like the idea of moving everything underneath the roof, because I feel like that's a little bit more fun nowadays. I don't know why, but I feel like it just kind of sounds fun to me. So yeah, that's my logic. Let's just grab green concrete. We'll start making stuff out of here. Let's line up with I'll just bring it all up. Oh, everybody jumped. Yay! So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna have to figure out how we can finish up like the facades going to the roof, but for now it's gonna be fine. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's fine, and then we can just like connect this guy into the side. Sure. Actually, I want to fill these boxes in completely. And this will just kind of be disappearing into the roof. Let's bring ourselves back 3, and this one will be like a really long one. Yeah, 3 wide gap. Why not? A cheating conversation needed to be had. I'm glad you made that video. Yeah, it was. I didn't really feel the need to like explain myself or anything with yesterday's video. I just thought it was a really, really interesting conversation to have that I feel like something important needs to be said about it in the Minecraft space. It was kind of the area that I was on for it. Like, that's why I made the video. It wasn't to like, I wasn't doing it as like a try and like protect myself type thing or anything. Let's see. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm just gonna kind of make up some shapes today. See what happens. We could just send that actually into the roof. Like, that could be kind of cool to go into the roof. And then let's bring ourselves back in here by 1 and give it like a little bit more of like a platform that it's gonna be like growing out from. Pinterest is obviously peak cheating. I know it's gonna be a lot of memes and things like that from it. Like, I'm very aware that what I was saying is very much gonna be memeified and chat and all that, but remember to not really kind of, just because people are thinking something doesn't necessarily mean that the way I was doing something was right or wrong or whatever. How wide is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Kind of like the idea of like having something like that, where we're gonna have just like a smaller strip. And we'll take this and go back to being one taller. And then let's go bam, bam. And so that's 2 blocks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's do that. I'm very heavily copying the shaping from that one, but I feel like that kind of gives a cool bit and like taking it directly into the roof. That's fun. Solar panels become more efficient if plants are growing underneath of them. Is that true? Do you feel like the what'd you say, Josh? Josh gets lost. Do you feel like the frequency of recent cheating comments is coming from someone putting that into people's thoughts, or just people becoming more aware of how the things they watch are made? I think it comes from a line of, for quite a while, there was a very, very consistent voice from a few creators, who I'm not going to be naming, that were very, very, very anti-Lightmatica, anti-cheating, calling it cheating, and not that it's not cheating. But there was a very, very vocal content creator a while ago who was super, super big on the idea that if you are using Lightmatica of any form, you are cheating. And that they built their brand on that. And they found a lot of success on YouTube in sharing that idea. And since then, it's also been one of those realms where I've also started to share more about how I make my content and showing a lot, like doing a lot of these creative planning streams and everything. And the more that I've done of this and the more I've done of all of that together has really brought in that idea of apparently it's cheating. Like it's one of those things where me actively being more transparent with how I'm doing things and how I'm creating content brought on more people saying that what I'm doing is cheating, which I thought was just kind of a weird, interesting take. So that was like the big stuff that I really started noticing. Let's see, let's go by 5. What are we doing today? We're working on designing out some more shapes for the Cyberpunk city. Seeing what we can do here. I think I'm gonna take this guy all the way here. Let's go down one, and then with this we're gonna go with so yeah, I've just noticed the more that I've actually been transparent with sharing how I do things, the more that I've been getting people are telling me what I'm doing is cheating. And so that's where the uptick's been coming from. And so I was like, it'd be kind of interesting to have a conversation to actually talk about what is or isn't. And yeah, that was the whole purpose of the video. Is not no part of it was like a defense of myself. I couldn't give a rip. Like, I'm happy with how I play the game. I like how I play the game. People still enjoy my videos. Like, no part of me is really worried about all of that. Okay, we can do like a little like cool. That kind of gives us some more stuff up here. But of course that creator, we're not gonna point names or anything, but yeah, a lot of the creators that used to make their brand, it's not only one person, there were quite a few people that were doing it. And as they started to really get set into it, I know a few of them started actually trying using things like Lightmatica and were like, oh my god, it does make content so much easier. Are these the color choices? This is just blocking out shapes. Everything will change. It would be kind of sick to make like a whole yellow something, but no, a lot of this is going to go grayscale. Is city going to go all the way around your perimeter or just a small section of it? Eventually, I would love it to go all the way around. I don't want it to just be a wall of city, though. I want there to be like obvious like streets and avenues and everything going around. So like even this right here is pretty open. Well, this whole stretch where we get the view of the tree from inside of here, this is going to remain open. Like that's going to be wide open in there. I feel like almost anything in survival is fair game. Yeah, I definitely agree with a lot of that. I think there's a lot to be said about like what is or isn't fair game. Oh, I also made these. I don't know if I showed y'all. We didn't do this on stream, did we? I think I came back in after and was messing around here and just designed a few things. So we got that now. That's fun. Actually, I guess I would lower that down here. Oh, dang it. Like we don't have a whole lot of lighting up in here, so we'll do frog lights up here. Frog. What's your favorite building or world? The fWhip University, 100%. Green and orange looks very good. Honestly, it could be kind of a vibe to do these as like a greeny something. Like moss covered, but not. Just like some weird green lichen something coming over the top of it. Be a vibe. I know this is gonna be stupid expensive. Oh well, that's a problem. A fix. But I wanted to try. Hello. We take this and we just stack that across. That kind of gives a few more lines, which is kind of fun. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Do we divide it into 2 windows? I feel like we could potentially. That might look a little bit better. I'll just do that. Why not? That works. We get some attention drawn up to there, which is kind of fun. So we got that very muted building in there. So we need to get, this is going to be a bright light down here too. This is going to be like a little like corner store shop, which I think like having this being like full like super clean whitewash, but then we like grime it up a bit. I think that could be kind of cool. So we'll get something in there. Maybe stained glass over the frog lights. I kind of like them just like shining bright throughout here. Oh, I already have that. And I just got rid of chain. That's what I wanted. Nope. We can even get stuff like that to start to disrupt it a bit. We'll need to slab the entire thing on top of it just to make it a little bit cleaner looking. Well, and mob proof it also, because I want to mob proof everything that's not these spaces. Like, I want mobs to be spawned in like here and be able to walk around and do stuff like this as they're moving, but I don't want there to be like mobs spawning up on top of this, because I don't want to deal with that if I'm ever up here. What was the choice for the subtitles in your latest video? Trying something new. Totally heard from a lot of people that they did not like the subtitles. Do not worry, I have taken that into account. They will not be returning. So I appreciate all the feedback on it, but I just wanted to try something new. I figured with the talkie video there wasn't a whole lot of visual stuff going on. It was mostly just listen to me talk about this thing for the video duration, so I wanted to try something new on it. And totally hear y'all. They were incorrect a lot. Yeah, I fixed them like a million times over. Like, I fixed them, and then there's still just little bits that were wrong, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like, I fixed these, so I kept fixing something, and then I'd have to go back and tweak it, and then it would re-render the script, and I was apparently fixing it in the wrong point of the script. I was fixing the physical subtitle themselves instead of the script that was then pulling in to generate the subtitles, and it was not great. I think I'm gonna rely more on YouTube. Just released a new dubbing tool, and I think I'm gonna start relying a little bit more on that. And the new YouTube subtitle tool got a dubbing update for it. So if you do hear things being audio dubbed with my own, like with stuff coming into it that is like me, that is YouTube trying it. So if they're incorrect, it's not me, but YouTube is actively launching a new, I believe it's AI powered audio dubbing, but can't really do anything to stop it being AI'd. Okay, boys, can we get out of here? So that's 6. Let's go 7. And then I want to do another one that's going to just go into this. Also, I'm intentionally filling everything up in here to be like fully super solid so that I can thank you. You're in the way. Hey Thomas, how we doing? Personally, didn't really mind the subtitles. Yeah, I think the only problem was that they were wrong at some points, which was annoying. But otherwise, I felt like they were actually fine. Okay. Sword. Sword. Do you need the sword too? Oh, everybody here needs the sword. It's mostly just for the visual that we can say that we have a staircase coming up to here. But it gives us a little something. I only have one question. Is this cheating? You can determine that for yourself. Oh, Molly, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Dude, I really need to just get some hot bars. Is there a way to clear all of these? Any Axiom professionals know how to just like quickly clear a bunch of hot bars? I don't want to reset everything, but I guess I can do it in here real quick. We're gonna make some hot bars. I hate having to open my inventory every single time I want to block. I need stuff. Why don't you put yourself peaceful? I just can't be bothered. My friends, click the like button if you haven't already. I very much do appreciate y'all. Oh, I could have kept that hotbar. Whatever. Okay, so we have orange concrete, we have green concrete, we have purple, and we have yellow, and we have white, and I believe that's all that we're really using so far. Okay, I'm going to create another bar in here that's going to have iron bar, lightning rod, chain,
Pleased to meet you.
lever.
Speaking of months,
Wow.
which one is your favorite?
August. Duh. No. Yeah, I actually, my oh, and we're gonna get end rods too. My birthday is in August, so I really like August for that. But I think honestly, my favorite month is probably like an April or a May. I really love spring. I really love early spring, actually. Early spring is like, that's like peak time of the year. I'm a big early spring enjoyer. My gosh, look at all the hogs. There's so many hogs. This will actually be orange. I'm doing it again. I'm already goofing up my hotbars.
Hey, for real.
Who is it? Lady Katza, thank you for the donut. I appreciate you. And Rainy, thank you so much for the donut as well. August is great because of the back to school vibes. I love seeing stationery in stores. Yeah, I really love transitional months. Like the months where the season is changing. I don't care what season it is, but I love those months. Like September, some of the trees are starting to change.
Hey, for real.
A few leaves are
That
getting a
was
little
joke.
messy every once in a while.
I don't think you never cheat. You just do cool content and keep
Oh,
doing what
you're
you
good, Prime
do.
Gaming. I figured you were joking. But yeah, I'm sure we're gonna flip these. I really like those like transitionary seasons where it's kind of a little bit of this, kind of a little bit of that, but like overall just like not too hot, not too cold, you know, that type of stuff. I feel like one thing that I haven't really been doing a lot in these is like adding in doorways. Like a lot of our buildings just don't have doors. I had to wipe leaves off your windshield this morning. It is coming. Actually, winter is coming. Okay. We have a plan to wax the nether tree. Oh, for all the copper rods. Yeah, we'll deal with that when it gets there. I'll let them age for a little bit and see how it looks. Why do you not have peaceful in your creative world? Because I have so many mobs throughout here that are named or something from other things that I don't want to accidentally delete them. Built a mini gold farm, true. Remember I watched your stream in the beginning of the year. You said you wouldn't do the university by the end of the summer. You would do the university by the end of the summer. Do you always have a timeline like that with your projects? Is it special? That was definitely a special one. That was definitely something that just kind of, it worked out. I would love to say that I'm that organized, but I can't claim that. We're gonna be using a lot of bamboo. I think that's pretty good for up there, though. Like a little bit more detail stuff working into it. I want to try and get these like. It's probably gonna just disappear into the surface here, but this whole like front point in here, we could take some of what we have down here. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna steal. I'm stealing this. I'm hacking, I'm stealing. And we're gonna take... Do you have any builds you regret building / starting? Regret building? No. I feel like most builds that I make, I'm pretty happy with the idea of them when I get started with them. Sometimes I would say, though, that there are builds that I've been working on or something that I'm like, yeah, I'm just not really inspired to want to do this again or really continue the idea forward. Like, I feel like I have a lot of builds that I really enjoyed the process of making thing, and then I'm done with it. Like, I don't really care to see it again. I don't really care to do a whole lot more with it. And then I think the only way that like a little regret can come out of that is when I publish the video and I see a lot of you all absolutely loved the thing. And for me, I'm somebody who I have to work off of what I am actively interested in. And sometimes that doesn't line up with what y'all are really, really loving. And so that can be a little bit of a bummer at times, where there could be something that like I just wasn't super interested in pursuing again, and then I see the comments on the video and people are like, oh my god, fWhip, please, I need more of this, you have to post another of this, and I'm over there like, yeah, I really don't want to. I really don't want to. So that can be hard sometimes. But as far as like actually regretting ever like making a build, no. I feel like if there's ever a point where I'm like, yeah, I don't really like how that turned out, I'm like, I can at least like still be like, I learned something when making it, and that for me is good enough to enjoy the process of doing said build. Oh, forgot smooth stone is dumb. Your creativity in the last 6 months has increased greatly. I've been having a lot more fun just really sending in on builds, and honestly, just a big part of it is I'm not worrying about how I'm gonna do the thing in survival. Like, that's been a really big part of where I feel like I've grown a lot. Like, a lot of my growth as a builder has come in the last while, is instead of thinking, ah, crap, okay, this looks cool, how do I make it in survival? I'm just not. I'm just kind of going... All right, so here's that design I was looking at. I think we can make it work for us. But yeah, so I'm very much just kind of being like, all right, we're gonna send it, and if we like what we get as an end result, future me is gonna be annoyed, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to make the thing. So they did that. I always forget that's a block. Oh, that's not supposed to be here. Nope, I don't need to do that. And they use deep slate tile on this, which I feel like we could probably do. They did some black magic when it comes to debug stick. I'm not gonna do that, but I think we could still get a pretty cool result. We just do this. And then just like, how can I do that? It could just be andesite, like full polished andesite. It's like a little heat exhaust something or another. Looks kind of derpy from the front, but that's okay. Just throw in some more bars and things to hide it. That'll work. Have you ever played with chisels and bits? Long time ago. It's been quite a few years since I've done any chisels and bits works. Yeah, I feel like I don't use smooth stone a whole lot, and I definitely never double the slabs. Like I that's like a block I just like. It just feels like an old texture though. Like the highlight on that is so crazy because there's no highlight here. Like it feels like a different block texture. Are you planning any Cyberpunk Nether tree? That's our Nether tree. I'm not redoing that. That's gonna be the core focus of this whole thing. So we have moss carpet can be a great way to cover things, but we also can just like kind of slab over everything, which is gonna kind of suck as far as the build. We're gonna lose a lot of detail, but we need to do it for mob spawn's sake. That's gonna kind of suck. So how's the Silk Song enjoyer community enjoying the game so far? I was never a Silk Song. I was never a Hollow Knight enjoyer. Not out of any like. I think actually I'm gonna download it now. After I saw Silk Song came out, I was like, maybe I go buy a Hollow Knight and play through that. I'm about to finish Dave the Diver, so I need a new. I need a new game to play, but for the people who are playing Silk Song, has it been worth the wait? Is it good? Are we happily gaming? Oh, why all the fighting? Silk Song is kicking my rear. The boss have been fun, but the regular world enemies are a lot deadlier. Love to hear that. That makes me happy. There's something that I just absolutely love about second video games in a series, whatever that might be, and the developers just making it ridiculously hard compared to the first. I don't know why I love it so much, but I love when developers make a second game in a series so much harder than a first. It makes me happy for some reason. I forgot that's a thing. I forgot that's a thing. Wait, that's cool. Woke up and Barca was still playing. Had to pry Barca away to come build with me. That's so funny, dude. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play Dave the Diver and then I'll jump on Hollow Knight. Yeah, I need to finish Dave the Diver, and once I finish Dave the Diver, I'm gonna buy Hollow Knight, play through that, and then I'll probably start checking out Silk Song after. Are you worried about the Cyberpunk not fitting with the vibe of the rest of the world? Nope, we're in a different dimension. It's fine. The rest of the world is a different dimension. That is the overworld. I did it again. Yeah, I am very much taking the approach with the Nether Hub is that I want to be able to have more freedom in build styles that I'm going for. So I would really, really like to be able to say that, you know what, we're not in the Nether currently, so we're able to just do something different. I think that's going to be kind of a way that I can really start to just keep what I'm doing super relevant to everything I got going on, and then also still be able to just kind of be like, you know what? I want to go do something a little different for a while. So this way I can still be moving all the projects forward in this world, and then maybe this will spark something where the end dimension, whenever the end update comes out, also becomes a fully different environment out there. Who really knows? I like the idea of the end dimension being something kind of wacky. I'm really bummed that we do need to slab everything here, that we can't just like light level like smooth this entire place. If you're doing Cyberpunk here, what are you going to do for the end? I don't know yet. Something. You need the classic end rod and lever lighting. We've got some of that around in a few points. We're doing that down here. There's a lot of those. The fluorescent light beam. The problem is that you need a light level of 12 or higher in the Nether to stop mob spawns. Which makes it super not fun to deal with. I don't know, could be something. Shroom lights are also nice. Yeah, I just don't like gathering shroom lights. I prefer frog lights over shroom lights too, so. I guess we could also use stairs. How did these... They probably spawned up there and came down, huh? It's like, how did they spawn here? And then we'll just... Yeah, let's do... Let's grab a stair. Actually, I have one right in here. We can kind of make it look like there's like a water runoff line. He didn't even move. Smacked him and he didn't even move at all. And then it can kind of... We could have like a little hole, like a with a grate right in there. Does mean we need to texture all of those though, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's go with what could kind of look like a grate. We could, I guess, we'll do a dropper out on the outside wall, but I'm not gonna spend that in here. Like somehow that... Oh, you can't even see the face. Great. Copper. Let's just do that. That's fine. So we're setting up a froglight farm. I don't really have the nether. Yeah, I mean, I have a froglight farm down right there. And, or that one. Yeah, that's the froglight farm. And it's great. It's super. If you're on the nether roof, froglight farms are really easy to set up. As after you can get the frogs. Getting the frogs, annoying. Everything after frogs, easy. And it is so worth it. But yeah, froglight farm, super worth. I guess I can also use pressure plates. We can kind of put a little bit more. So I really want these areas to be like really highly detailed and not just something that we just slab over. You know, I feel like we really need to send it on the details in these spots in order for them to look good. Otherwise, they're just gonna feel kind of blah. But I mean, this, like, if this is how this ends up here, I'm actually pretty happy with it. I feel like this is actually a pretty sick build. We could always do levers spawn proof? Are levers a spawn proof block? So we could do something like this in here a few times over, like a few little boxes like that. I mean, I guess the alternative is we also have just stuff like that we could send up that are like connecting into the existing one. Coral fans. I don't know if coral fans are spawn proof. Are they? I don't know if coral fans spawn proof blocks. feel like they don't. Anybody else know? Levers are spawn proof? Yeah. Tell y'all what, I'm gonna throw this in real quick and then I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick and then we'll get finishing up the rest of this so we can smear that all the way down. It's looking pretty good up here though. Yeah, I like that. We're getting some vibes. We're getting here. I'll leave y'all with really cool vibes. It's gonna lag for a second. Pressure plates don't. Yeah, pressure plates.
Pleased to meet you.
Pressure plates spawn proof, I believe. Philiosiraptor, thank you so much for the 6 months. I'll leave y'all with this for just a moment. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Pleased to meet you.
Love the cyberpunk style.
Okay. Hi. How are we doing? Battlefield left. Thank you for the 6 months, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pressure plates are spawn proof. Coral fans are not. Oh, sad. Rofo, that would have been a good idea, though. I feel like ground floor spicy ramen shop would be cool because nether wart, crimson mushrooms, warp mushrooms, and stuff like that can be considered spicy ingredients in the ramen. So, yeah. Vex, that actually sounds sick. That sounds awesome. Okay, now we're back. We're vibing. We need to get those things spawned for a little bit better. Let's go here. And we're gonna go with bam, 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 bam. Actually, no, we're gonna do the other one. Bam, 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 and then I want to. We'll take this, and that'll be the support for it in there. City of Chair. Mm-hmm. Have you settled on a name for the city yet? We have some ideas. Current top contenders that I've written down are like, what do we say? Warp City? Warped City? Like Warp Light? Favorite state excluding the Pacific Northwest? I mean, I feel like either Montana or California for me. Dude, that is way flat. I thought that would be fine. No, it's very flat. Try getting sparkling water. It's not sparkling at all. We're gonna use a lot of pale moss carpets, I think.